Yeah. All right. So I wanted to do this again real quick. And this one is another one about the ladies. But it's a question for the men. Now, before you women go and say, oh, this is another brother talking down about black women and all this other stuff, and it's like, no, I'm not. What I'm telling you is I simply give the statistics and tell you what's going on out there in the world, and then asking the viewers, what do you think about this? Most of the people on my channel are men. So when I ask a question like this, I'm like, okay, guys, how are you dealing with the current situation when it comes to dating? You know, because the guys who are on my channel range from teenagers all the way up to, my age and older. And we all still have the same thing in common. We like women. You know what I'm saying? As in, that's all. We like females. And some of us like them more than the others. Some of them like certain things about them and hate certain, we're just like, we can't stand this. And some of us are to the point where we like you, but we don't like you. Like, we're heterosexual, but we're not trying to engage with you too much because of the mindset of the modern woman is not what we grew up with or not what we're looking for. It's just not our speed. Like, you're moving, like the way you move is just not us. Now, some of the things I'm talking about is there are a lot of dangers now that are very recognizable when it comes to meeting somebody new. You meet somebody new, she, especially with social media, you get your life taken. And there's a lot of situations that have exposed black women, and a lot of it's on social media. PNB Rock, he's one of those people. A lot of people are blaming his death on the girl because she said she's at a particular place with him, and shortly after that, his life was gone. And when you go through those videos, you're like, yeah, we think she had something to do with it. Now, a lot of people are saying that's stupid. She didn't have nothing to do with it. Whether you think so or not, that's not really what this is about. What happened, and it's happening more and more. You have men who are going to see women, and women are purposely setting them up. I saw a video where a guy was talking about, hey, I want to go visit this girl. He drove hours to go see her in North Carolina or whatever. And his friend was telling him, listen, not a good idea. Something's up with this chick. He was like, nah, you're just being paranoid. I'm going to go see this chick. So while he's going to see her, he's still communicating with his homeboy. And then he gets to the girl's house or to the apartment. And the dude tells her, listen, tell her that you're about to pull up, but you're not there yet, but you're going to be there in a few minutes. Oh boy is outside of the house. He calls her and he says, hey, I'm going to be there in a few minutes. All of a sudden, you see some guys drive up with masks on, burners in the hand, go into her apartment. She was setting the dude up. So it's not really a question of do men trust the black woman like every black woman out there. It's, how trustworthy are you when you meet somebody new? That's really what it is. Do you trust this woman out? How skeptical are you when you meet a new, chick? And a lot of these black women, they're good looking to do this. And they can lure you on, they can lure you right in because, listen, the average man lives a sexless life. That's just the truth. This is something we think about until we die because that's our purpose. But the majority of us, the average looking guys, we don't have a woman. We're not out there. We don't have a bunch of women coming after us. The majority of women are going after the same men. And now a lot of those men are being set up. And this is happening at all levels. This is the pro athletes getting set up. The singers are getting set up. The regular average, Joe Smo, FedEx workers getting set up, and the poor guys getting set up. We're all getting set up, and we're hearing about these setups constantly, and some people are losing their life over it. And now this is a conversation that needs to be had, and it needs to be in the forefront of every man who is looking for a mate. He needs to be aware of this. He just can't say, this isn't going to happen to me because, God's angels are smiling on me. No. Don't play that game. You got to go, look, if this happened to a basketball player and he lost his life, a famous dude, or the dude who hit the lottery, even though that was a white woman, and they buried that dude in the backyard. I mean, good grief, if this happened to PNB Rock, if this happened to, this rapper, this singer, these people are getting set up all over the place. A lot of times you're finding out that it boils down to a woman set them up. And they're starting off real young. And there's this one young lady, I don't know what her name is, but she was so notorious for it. She had a child. She had her and her baby. She left. She moved to another, part of the country because she was used to backdooring guys. She was used to setting them up. Guys thought she was sexy. She come see them. Boom. Guys would come in and rob the dudes. You'll see in videos. I saw one video where a dude was laid out on the sidewalk. They took his car, his wallet. They beat him up. They took everything he had and left him on the side of the road. And come to find out, he was set up by a woman. So it's a valid question. For some of you ladies who, look at this and go, this guy just hates black women or whatever, it's just like, you ladies, get your head out of the clouds and start looking at life like we do. And I know you don't do that. You're not really trained to do it, but this is something that guys are asking you to do. Because your counterparts, your sister out there are getting us killed just because we want to, take you out or we want to screw or something like that. We want to do the natural things with you, and we think it's cool. And come to find out that men are losing their life. And some men are, they may not lose their life, but they might lose all their possessions. They're getting stomped out, beat up, and it's getting pretty bad. And, especially when you go into a neighborhood that you're not from. My old neighborhood, I won't even go back there. I don't care how fine she is. My old neighborhood is so dilapidated, the buildings are torn down. I mean, it's even been on the news as one of the worst places to go. So even though I would love just to go back and look at it, I'm not. And I used to do that every now and then, but I can't do it. I can't even drive to that part of town because the crime rate is ridiculous. So, but for somebody who isn't from there, if they meet a girl on social media and she's like, yeah, I'm from so-and-so, he'll be like, yeah, let me come see you. I got money. I got a brand new this. I got this on. He not knowing that she lives in a very poor part of town. And you're a whole lick. You're a come up. And the thing about it is, these guys, they're not gonna just rob you anymore. Like, they killed PNB Rock. And they didn't have to. He was unarmed. He was with a woman and a child. I mean, he wasn't a very big dude. He was already caught dead to right. Dead to right. And there was more than one guy. I mean, even if it was a fist fight, he would have probably lost. because it was more than one person. But they were armed, and they said he gave up the jewels too slow. It still doesn't equal murder one. It doesn't make any sense for you to take this guy's life. It doesn't. But that's what they did. So just the heartlessness of it all makes you have to ask, guys, do you trust women anymore? Mainly in the black community. Even Farrakhan was talking about it. How, you don't know who the enemy is anymore because black people are killing black people. I've met some new chicks, and just the slightest thing would turn me off to them. And they'd be good looking, and I'd be like, I smell trouble. I smell it somewhere. I know it. There's going to be some kind of altercation that I'm not prepared for, or I'm just not interested in. And I'm old school. Let's do the thing, homie. But that's not how it go no more. It's click, click, and you're out of here. Ain't nobody throwing hands no more. They ain't old school, getting on the asphalt, bang out. They're not doing that. They jumping you. They packing you out. They taking everything you got. They strip you down. Your rolly's gone. Your car is gone. Your wallet's gone. You on the wrong end of town. In the middle of the night. In the middle of nowhere. You done. You ain't got no phone. You can't call 911. 911 don't care. You on your own, homie. You in this world all alone. You know what I'm saying? And it's just you. Now what? You walking down the street, ass out. Literally. You got nothing. No shoes, no nothing. So I'm saying, guys, we gotta look at these women. We gotta look at all this ass on the internet. All these apps, all these girls showing off their ass, all this advertisement. And here's the thing. Here's the thing about it. All you women who are showing off that ass, we don't look at all of you the same, but we look at all of you the same. We know some of y'all actually want a man. We know this. Some of y'all are really looking for a man. You're like, I got this ass, I got these tits, I'm cute, I got a job. Like, we hear you. We looking at you like, we get it. You got ass because men like ass. Tits, you got nice soft skin, you take care of yourself. You show your daily routine, you show your crib. You got a couple kids, they quiet. Some of y'all are really out there presenting yourself because you're like, look, let's go. Like, let's work something out. Or you ain't got no kids and show where you work. Some of y'all are driving trucks. Some of y'all are really doing some stuff and you're just like, boom, this is what it is. Come get this. We feel you. But we're not ready for what comes with you. It used to be you jump in the DM, you holler at a chick, you make something happen. Now you have to go through her neighborhood. You have to go through her girlfriends' cousins. You got to go through her brothers and all this. A bunch of rowdy, crazy dudes trying to scare you up. Like, you can't just meet up, be chill, get to know each other, get some food. You can't do it no more. You got to look out because you don't know who's going to hurt you. So, this is a question to you guys. Like we all got needs. The black community's hurt. Our marriage rate is. Nobody's getting married. Nobody trusts each other. Your boy Tongue to it to him out.